Hi everyone, this is Paul and in this video I will show you how to make a single form approval workflow using a couple great add-ons from News Vision's public schools. So here's the short overview of the process. So in this example, an employee submits a request of an absence which creates an automatic notification email and sent to the approver. Approver comes back to the same form and then makes a decision, and if the request is approved, the employee gets notified by email. His his request dates, in this case is the absence dates, is recorded on the Google Calendar, and then an invitation sent to the set of people. After that, Google Sheet that keeps the total number of the absence of the employees are updated, and then mail merge process is initiated, which creates a PDF file with details of the request and save it in the Google Drive, and the process ends. And in the case that the request is rejected, the employee is notified by email and the process ends. So let me quickly demonstrate how it works. So this is the Google Sheet that all the personal and sick days in our case are kept. So this is the number of the personal days used, left, sick days used, sick days left. So after these demonstrations, I expect the personal days used to go up by 1. So I'm logging in as an employee and go to the form. So as you see, this is a Google form. So I fill out the form and I'm requesting a personal day, let's say for the January 20th, and we ask the employees to put in the times, exact times, so that we see it on a Google Calendar. So in our case it's 8 AM to 4 PM. It's 1 day. And they can include an explanation. So once the form is submitted, an automatic email goes to the approver. In this case it's me, but you can send it to any person, of course. So here's the email saying absence request from Pavel and Amanov, all the details, and then click on this link to process the request. So when I click on this link, actually it takes me back to the same form, and then I need to tell that I'm an approver and I'm approving. I can include explanation again. So let's look at the numbers now. So as you see, this number was 4. So after I got approved, the number of the personal days used went up to 5, and I have 5 days left. And on the background, what's happening is, so here is the responses sheet. All the requests are recorded here, and I can see if the requests are approved, denied, and all the other details. So, and also if I go back to my Gmail, as an employee I get notified that my request was approved, the details, and also I get an invitation for the Google event. So if I go to my calendar and save the invitation, I can see that the January 20th my request was approved and the event is on the calendar. And as a last step, it creates a PDF file that is saved on the Google Drive, right here. And the PDF file has all the details, the dates, times, and case number for the later reference. So how you do it, you start by copying Google Sheet. So here's the file, all the files that's done on the background. So as a first step, you need to go to cloudlab.newvisions.org, and under scripts go to formMule and copy this Google Sheet. So here's the sheet, and I will rename it absence request form, and let's move it into a folder. And this Google Sheet is already has the formMule installed in it, and it's ready to use. So we're gonna build a form with and designate this Google Sheet as a response sheet. So we'll go to Tools, Create Form, and we're gonna require that your employees are logged in using their Google accounts, and we're going to collect their usernames so they don't have to enter it twice and to be more accurate. So the first question is going to be this is a title. The first question is going to be multiple choice. I'm going to ask if the person is requester or approver. It's going to be a required question, and after that we're going to add a page break. We'll call this page requester. Question, and you can ask for position if you want, and after that we're going to ask for a request reason of the absence. So in our case it's personal leave or sick day leave. Again, it's required. And next we're going to ask for the exact times. So we're going to include time, which is going to be a start time of the absence required, and you can put some explanation if you want, of course. We're going to copy this question and call it end time required, and if you want you can ask for additional information. This is going to be an optional question, and after this we're going to add a page break and call this page as approver. This is where our approver person will come and approve the process. So this is going to be a approval decision question. It's either approved or denied. So required question. An approver can add an explanation text if need be. Alright, so let's go back to the first question now. So depending on the answer here, we'll go to the page. So if it's a requester, we need to say that the requester needs to go to the second page, and after the second page, after the requester, the employee fills out all the information, we want to submit the form without going to the approver area, of course. And in case the answer is approver, we want to send the approver to the last page, which is page 3, and then at the end of the third page it will submit the form automatically. So let's see what's happening on our response sheet. Okay, so as you see, we have all the questions here now, and we were gonna do some additional columns here. So let's fill out the form and see how it works. So if I'm a requester, I will be asked to fill out these questions. Alright, so here's our first response, and after this we're gonna add some additional columns here. So we're gonna capture the requester email address here, because the same exact form is gonna be filled out by two persons, the requester and the administrator. So we need to capture the requester's email, which is here, before it changes, before the admin comes in to fill out the form. So when the admin comes in to fill out the same form, the admin's email will come here. So before that, we need to copy down that email address here. So we're gonna say this equals P2, I'm sorry, it's C2, and then we're gonna install an add-on called copy down, and if you don't have it, you just go to get add-ons, search for copy down, install that, and this will automatically detect the formulas. So we'll turn it on and say paste as values for this column, for the requester name column, equals C2. So next time we fill out the form, the employee's email address will be saved here. That is not going to be changed, and then we're going to need that email address to in our email templates. Next, we're gonna install an add-on called formMule, and launch that add-on. And this is where the tricks actually happens. So we're gonna say 2 emails are getting created. The first email, hold on, let me go back. Right. So here we're gonna say use responses, form responses sheet right here, and then we're gonna say create and log the edit URL for each submission. What it means is this is going to be create an link that is going to be used by the approver, so that the approver can come back to the same form and fill out his parts. And also we're gonna the form destination sheet is unknown. Okay, so we're gonna submit it again once more. And let's go back to my account here. Alright, so we're gonna submit this form again. This is just a one-time process to make that add-on work. Alright, so we'll go back to the responses sheet, and now that add-on should work. So as I said, it's going to create an edit URL for the approver, and also will create a case number for each submission. So as a next step, we're going to create 2 emails. One is going to be notify requester, let's do notify approver. That's going to be the first email created when the form is submitted by the employee, and once the approval decision is made, we're going to notify the requester. So the first form is going to be, the first email is going to be created when the form is submitted. The second email is going to be created when the approval decision is made. So when the value of the approval decision changes, which means not now, this email is going to be created. And next we're gonna edit the templates. So here I have all the columns as a variables that I can use in my template. So for the notify approver, I want this email to go to the approver. In our case, it's myself. The subject is going to be absence request from the name, and then we say the person has submitted a request for absence. And then we'll give include some details: start time, end time, reason of absence. Oops, I think we missed to add the question days of absence. So we'll go back to the form, and then we're gonna add another question asking how many days they're gonna be absent for, and let's make it choose from list. So how many days, and you can put any multiple options here, and this is going to be required question right before the condition information. Okay, now that should create another column here. Right here, how many days. So we're gonna use that value in our templates. So we'll go back to the add-on settings,